It is me, the infamous Kiki. I am on the road, driving to work. Gotta make sure my volume is up, y'all. Sorry. Okay, let me get my shit up real quick. I hope y'all can hear me. I should have did all this stuff before I started driving, but let me fix my. Let me fix it. Okay. I think I fixed it. I don't know. If my phone starts going off in the middle of the thing, I'll be angry. So let me fix it. Let me fix it. Sorry. Excuse me. Technical difficulties. Please stand by as I adjust my ringtones. Okay. All right. All right. I think that'll do it. I'm driving, so if y'all at the road, it's because I'm driving. Let me make sure the volume is up. Oh, it's good. Okay, my levels is good. Good morning, everybody. Oh, what are y'all doing? Or whenever you watch this, morning, evening, afternoon, daytime, nighttime. This is not a video of me watching anything. This is not a video of any reviews. I did see the Woman King last night, and I'm going to do a review, a live stream review about my thoughts on the Woman King and my thoughts about the history behind the Woman King. Because some people decided to boycott this movie for reasons that I find are very hypocritical and stupid. So I'm going to go over that, and I will. I don't know. I'll probably do that this evening. I still got to watch Andor. We'll see. We'll see if I have time. We'll see if I have time. I'm running out of time. Andor premieres like at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, a bitch is asleep. I got to go to work, motherfucker. Like, I don't. So we'll see what Andor. I may watch Andor like midnight tonight. I don't know. I may do the Woman King thing at 6:30 or 7. I may watch Andor like late at night. Hopefully I won't fall asleep. I don't think the episode. I gotta see how long the episodes are. Let's put it that way. Okay, so anyway, that's what's coming up. Uh, Rings of Power Thursday. Uh, Love After Lockup Friday. I'm off Saturday. And then Sunday, House of the Dragon. So that's the schedule this week. I keep reiterating that just in case. Like, share, subscribe, of course. And I'm just live this morning just because. Just trying to see who's up just because. It just felt like, okay. So again, this is not anything about movies or anything. This is more about your girl. This is more about me. One of my passions is genealogy. So that's why this says DNA. We're going to talk about genealogy. Genealogy is one of my passions. It's something that I've kind of fallen out of lately, but I have had mine and my kids' DNA done. I do have a family tree on Ancestry. I've had connected with cousins and second cousins, and some people I just had no idea how I was related to, so I figured somebody was creeping, girl, creeping, just creeping around somehow. But and it's one of my passions. I might do a video about it. I might get back into it. But I was heavy in these ancestry streets for a hot minute there. Heavy. Your girl was heavy in these ancestry streets. And so since the pandemic, I've gotten off of it. But I'm starting to get back into it again. I love, like, especially after watching The Woman King. Iced coffee. Iced coffee. I know some of y'all like ew, but iced coffee is like the elixir of the gods. But anyway, I suggest that if you have not had a DNA test, that you go out there and get a DNA test. Ancestry, 23andMe, and there's others out there. You'll fall down a rabbit hole, give you some really interesting insights. There are people out there who think that they know what they are, but they really don't. So Hey, like again, when I was a kid, I was told by my grandmother that we had Native American. Spoiler alert, I ain't got no Native American at all. I barely. I mean, it's like 1%. And to be honest with you, statistically speaking, most African Americans do not, let me say it again, most African Americans in the United States do not have Native American ancestry. I know that shocked some people. I know somebody in your family told you that you had an Indian, a Native American great grandmother that had hair down her back and all that. I'm telling you, black people made up all kinds of things because we were enslaved, and that is one of the myths. Insidious. I'm not saying it's purposely insidious, but it was one of the myths that people told each other because they'd rather be Native American than just admit that, hey, my people were enslaved and this slave master uh, assaulted them. So that's just a lie that I don't know who started doing this. I don't know if generations it got lost. I don't know if it's because women didn't want to talk about it. But your grandmother had hair down to her butt basically because she probably was biracial. Her mom was probably an enslaved person who was taken advantage by a slave master. Like, let's just all keep it real. Those are when you get your DNA done and you go into genealogy and you start discovering things about your ancestry and who you are. I tell anybody, even if when I got my DNA done and started on this, I wasn't even that interested. I was not. I love history. I wasn't that interested in my personal history. It's a personal journey. Like, the DNA thing has influenced my life a lot, a lot. So if you have not done it, it is worth it. It's not a lot of money. I know sometimes they have a deal where you can get for like one test for $79.99, and I said mine's on Ancestry.com. Mine's very, I got my kids and everything. I have their family trees, their branches of the family tree, all over the place. I have my late husband, his family. I have relatives of him reach out to me thinking that I'm related to them, and I'm like, no, honey, it's my late. If you look at the tree closely enough. But all of our trees are just all combined. So I always have people reaching out. Some of the things that I found for personally in my DNA, my people are Mali, Nigerian, Bantu. Those are my most of my African DNA it falls in those three categories. So I'm proud to be mostly Nigerian. Proud to be, it's interesting. You can kind of, whenever you meet people, you can kind of like see it in the face. Somebody told me that a long time ago. Someone's like, this guy I work with, he's like, oh, you must be a Nigerian. I said, really? He's like, you look like a Nigerian in the face. I said, do I? I said, wow, okay. He's like, my mother-in-law's Nigerian. He's tell me I look like his mother-in-law a lot. Especially when I would wear my hair natural. He's like, you look like my mother-in-law. I said, I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, sir. He's like, I was like, don't answer that. Like, he's like, but you're nothing like my mother-in-law. I was like, okay, great. But yeah, like people have said, I'm mostly Nigerian, Bantu, and a little Mali. So I don't know much about the Mali, but I'll study it. I just saw Woman King and the Mali are in there briefly, and I was like, oh, shout out Mali, shout out. So yeah, that's my DNA. The other part of my DNA, is Russian, which I'm part Russian, which I shout out Russian grandmother, shout out. And then the other part is just English, whatever, which is on my mom's side. So I can on my mom's side I can trace my family back. We have our own book. Like, I can go back on my mom's side. They have their own book They have an extensive family tree. I have relatives all over the place that are on Ancestry. I don't know if it's just I don't know if there's just something in our DNA. I think there's something in our DNA on that side. On my mom's side, I think there is something in our DNA to make, because there's a lot of us on Ancestry. And I'm just like, that is so, like on my dad's side, I haven't found that many. But on my mom's side, I've connected with tons of relatives, and I think, and we all of us have like a natural curiosity about us that's just odd, and I think runs. It's in the blood. Like, I think it really truly is in the blood. So shout out to all the Bates. If you're a Bates and your family is from Mississippi, then we're probably related. Because my great grandfather had lots of kids, and my great grandfather came from a large, like 9 kids. He came from a large family. My grandmother was one of 7 children. So if you're a Bates and from Mississippi, I'd like to say we're probably related somewhere. Especially like Brandon, Mississippi, Jackson, around in that area. Mississippi is where my my grandmother's on my mom's side, her family's from. My grandmother on my dad's side, their family's from Georgia. The Bookers. Shout out Cory Booker, because I'm a distant relative of Cory Booker. And yeah, so DNA genealogy is very interesting. It's like I said, it's kind of like who I am, but discovering who I am and discovering my DNA, and then my kids' DNA is even more fascinating, because my kids are really literally a hodgepodge of the world. Like, my daughter is I call her my 12%, because she is literally 12% of everything. She's 12% of this, 12% of that, 12. She's my 12. She's my 12%er. Like, I've done the heritage DNA, I've done the admixture DNA, I've had it broken down by regions. Yeah, all that. Yeah, my daughter's my 12%er. Because if you want to talk about Native American and indigenous DNA, I would say, let me be politically correct. Indigenous DNA, because that indigenous covers a lot of things. My daughter is very much a daughter of the South. Her indigenous history is southwestern indigenous populations, which means Mexican. My daughter is part Mexican, and so when you have Mexican DNA, and then I tell some people something very interesting, that a lot of Mexican people don't. I've found my daughter's relatives online who are from Mexico, and almost every part, because they have a way on Ancestry that you can look at other people's admixture and DNA in family trees. You can keep it private, or you can let it out. I don't keep mine private. I want other people to, look. It's easier for people to look and find and see what ways you connect, and them send you messages if you don't keep it private. But the people who don't keep it private, I looked at their DNA. It's shocking, because most of the people in Mexico have African DNA. I literally looked at probably 40 or 50 out of the 40 or 50 related to my daughter. They're not related to me. They're related to my daughter and her dad. I'm sure if her dad did a DNA test, he would have African ancestry. Almost all out of the 30 or 40 relatives I looked at my daughter, who are, like, again, they're not related to me. They're related to her dad, and her dad's Caucasian, whatever. I don't know whatever Caucasian is. European. Let me clean it up. European and Mexican. That's his heritage. Out of everybody related to him on the Mexican side, their DNA has 1 to 3% African ancestry. So the idea that anybody from Mexico is running around talking about they don't like black folks, I'm just here to tell you. I'm sure it was shocking to them too, because the Eurocentric education that they have, I don't know what kind of education they have in Mexico, but I've had friends who have been Mexican, and the Eurocentric education they get here, I don't know what they get in Mexico, what they've told about their past. It is very much indigenous, yes. But the other part of it is European, yes. The Spanish did come here, of course. Oh my God, my phone's ringing. Oh my God, my phone's ringing on my live. Uh-oh. My phone's ringing on my live. I think that's my mom. Uh, yeah, but the indigenous population, there's indigenous, there's definitely European Spanish, and then there's African. It's African. How that African got there, I'm assuming it's from the slave trade because they were enslaved people. There was whole enclaves of African people in Mexico. Um, there's like a city, I forgot the name of the city or an area in Mexico that like where the people are like my color. Like they are like descendants of like a bunch of slaves that ran off or something or rebelled and decided to make their own village or some shit. But I forgot the name of the village. I don't know. I watched a documentary on a long time ago. It was shocked. But yeah, all these people running around Mexicans, y'all need to go get a DNA test. Cause most of y'all are European, indigenous. All the ones that I looked at, I was like, oh, I was like, oh, you're black. Oh, okay, interesting. So yeah, very much so. Yeah, like y'all didn't get that color. And some Hispanic people I've run into are almost as dark as me. I was just like, we're almost the same color. Hey, where are you from? Oh, I'm from Monterey. Oh, okay, Mexico. Oh, okay. You look like you could be one of my cousins. um, So yeah, that's just an interesting thing I found about DNA so far. Doing with my kids' DNA is the my daughter the 12 percenter because she's 12%. She's African. I told my daughter she's more African than my son is. My son gets upset, but he's like how I was like, because they have two different fathers, and I was like, because Emma's dad is Mexican. He's like, yeah, but what does that have to do with African? It's like obviously he has some African DNA. He's probably about 2 to 3% African DNA, so that gives her a little slight edge. So she is a bit. My daughter's a little bit darker, um, but either way, my daughter looks very Hispanic. But people come up to her and speak in Spanish like, oh, my daughter be looking like, what? she's only 8, so she be looking like, oh, they'll see us together and we don't look anything. Me and my daughter don't look anything alike at all. At all. She doesn't have my voice. She kind of has my voice, but that's about it. Other than that, maybe the ears, maybe we don't look anything alike. We look like we should be in 2 separate families. However, my daughter does resemble my grandmother, so it's just weird. But my grandmother was very biracial looking, so I don't yeah. And then my son is, I don't know, I call him Mr. Europe. He gets upset because he has a lot of European um, ancestry, but most of his European ancestry his ancestry is not that diverse. My daughter's is very diverse. He gets jealous because he wants his to be diverse, but my daughter has indigenous. She has Spanish. She has it's a hodgepodgeness. She has, of course, African. She has Lithuanian. She has English. She has German. So she's a little bit of, I think, some Asian in there somewhere. She has Asian in her. Like there's somewhere, like there's a whole hodgepodge. My son is like Germany, Czech Republic, Poland, African, and that's about it. Oh, let's see. Somebody's calling me, I think. Oh no, no one's calling me. My son's phone's going off. But anyway, you'll see all that goes on. But I'm almost to work, and I just thought I'd talk to y'all. But that's about my DNA, my road to genealogy, and me gonna get back on it. And I might create a whole nother channel for it. Who knows? Let me turn some AC on. It's getting hot in here. Getting hot in Texas. It's like 97 degrees today. Freaking hot. Like it is hot, hot, hot. Like whoosh, hot. Still, even though it's almost fall, still it's hot. I'm just waiting for it to cool down. I'm just like, please, Lord, cool down. I love fall. Fall is my favorite season. I'm just tired of it being hot. Okay, what else was I going to talk about? Fitness. For those of you who don't know, I used to be like 400 pounds. I used to be a size, I think at my heaviest, I was a size 24, 26. At my heaviest. This was a lot of years ago. This was before I had my son. I was really, really heavy, and I was having fertility issues. I couldn't get pregnant, or having a hard time getting pregnant. Just never got pregnant. But then they were telling me, like, I went to OBGYN and telling me that I had anorrhea. I don't know how to pronounce it, but this is when you stop having periods, because I had diabetes, I had high blood pressure, um, I had all kinds of issues, health issues, and so I decided once for all, you know what, I'm gonna get back in this. I'm gonna get not back, but in shape and lose some weight. So I lost like 50 pounds, and I ended up getting pregnant. I lost 50 pounds. I got healthier, got pregnant, had the baby, gained a lot of the weight back just because, baby weight. Gained that shit back. Uh, Went on a really, really, really serious health journey for years, and then I lost a whole bunch of weight. And lost a whole bunch of weight and then after I had, after my son got to be like 1 or 2, I lost a whole bunch of weight. And so I diet and exercise. I went on what was known back then as an Atkins diet, or a keto diet, whatever you want to call it, low carb diet. I was on a low carb diet. I still eat keto. I still eat low carb. I have to, because carbs make you hungry, especially me. I have a sugar addiction, so I have to be careful with my sugar intake. I eat or drink sugar-free or diet drinks. The moment I start eating carbs, I get like my hunger turns into like ravenous. So I use keto diets as a way to control my cravings and my calorie intake. And then just because I love carbs, like I love the taste of them, I love bread and all that stuff, but it doesn't digest well anymore. I do have a lap band. I got a lap band too. When my son became about 3 years old, I got a lap band. Then I lost even more weight. So I still have my lap band in. The lap band doesn't work for everybody. I know people who are like, oh, it didn't work for me, and they ended up gaining weight. You have to be very disciplined with the lap band. I've had my lap band for 12, 13 years now, and it changed my life. It was one of the best decisions I've ever done. So regarding fitness, I work out. There's a YouTuber named Millionaire Hoyd, and then there's another YouTuber, Trap Cardio, that I watch. I work out I try at least 4 days a week. Within the past 6 months or so, or 4 or 5 months, since the summer, I've lost weight. If you look at my old videos, my face was a bit thicker, but I have lost weight. I've lost like 20 pounds since I started my summer journey. And now there's been some hiccups in my summer journey. Believe me, I mean, there's some hiccups. My aunt died during the summer. That was like a big ordeal, but I still kept the course and exercising and work out and keep my fitness goals. And like I said, I used to be a size 24. Now I'm like I would say I'm a size 12 now. I'm trying to get down to a size 10. I'm almost there. Um, but but yeah, and then I had my daughter and gained a little bit of weight. But with my daughter, I lost another chunk of whole bunch of weight. And I've like gotten down to like a size, like I think a size 8 was my small. I think size 8 or 9 is the smallest I've ever been. And I had lost a whole bunch of weight. And then I started having back issues. So for 2 years, I still worked out, but I had massive back issues. I didn't know it. I went to doctors, it was misdiagnosed. It's a whole ordeal. I've talked about it in other videos, but I had back surgery. That's why I'll be sitting up. But even though I had back surgery and all that, it was like a 9 to 12 month recovery for me to get back active the way I am. And then I still have to be careful. Like if I hit the weights hard, I still hurt. Like I had spinal and pelvic surgery. I have like rods in my spine, and so my sense of flexibility is off, and I have to realize my limits. I'm still working on trying to realize my limits, even though I had surgery 2 years ago, but it took a year of recovery. So I'm still trying not to overdo it because my personality is an overdoer. So yeah. So that's just like a fitness. If you're really trying to get into shape, Millionaire Hoyd is the way to start. He is a brother. He has a fitness channel. He has all different kinds of levels, stuff with weights, stuff without weights. I used him before when I first got into shape, and then I had my surgery, and then once I was ready to hop slowly back on the Millionaire Hoy, and most of his workouts are 30 minutes, and it goes by real fast, and he makes it fun and interesting, and it's just I've searched all over the internet, and many different workout channels, but his is the most consistent. His is the most fun. His is the one that has lots and lots of videos and stuff for you to choose from, whether you're at a low level or a high level. He has some yoga and some stretching videos on there, and I highly recommend it to anybody who does. I used to be a gym rat, but once the pandemic hit, that was over. But if somebody just doesn't want to go to the gym and you want to work out from home, because that's what I do. I work out from home. I have weights. I have kettlebells at home. I save money by working at home. Some people are just not disciplined enough to work at home, or don't like working at home, or like the variety of the gym and all that. The gym is okay, but like I said, I used to be a gym rat. I used to be in the gym 7 days a week. But once the pandemic hit, I'm just not a fan. I'm not. No, I'd rather save my money and just work out from home. And then with my schedule of working from home and my kids and my businesses, I just, it's just easier for me and more convenient. And then sometimes I'll go walking or go jogging around my lake. I'll do that just to break up the monotony, because I don't like doing the same things all the time. Like, I get bored. So I try to break it up. But yeah, that's my workout routine. And eating, like I said, I eat. I don't eat a lot. I don't really eat a lot. Like, I don't eat like a normal person, because I don't have a normal appetite. The lap band dulls your appetite. But when I do eat, I need to work in more vegetables. I'm a heavy protein eater. But that's just conditioned from me being keto. And people are like, well, you got to mix in vegetables and all that. And I'm like, I'm trying. I'll mix in a salad, like at least 2 or 3 times a week. But I'm a meat eater. Like, that's my jam. That's what I like. I eat meat. I like to eat meat. But I understand, that nutritional supplements, like, you really got to get in real fresh fruits and veggies. But for me, like, when it comes to me liking food, I don't like food. I guess having a lap band for me took away my liking of food, I guess. I don't know. But I just don't crave food like normal people do. Like, people, you get real hungry and you crave food. I don't really have those hunger pains and craving. Like, I'll crave certain things here and there, but most of the time I'm just like, these mother floppers. I hate this exit, by the way. It's a pain in my motherfucking ass. Anyway, Dallas driving sucks ass. But yeah, I for somebody who likes donuts and pie and cookies, like, I like all the bad shit. Like, I'm not one of these people that was like, oh, I like beans, and sometimes, I like a good salad, don't get me wrong, but then I like a salad with all the bad shit on it. Like, I'm not even gonna pretend that I'm not a fat girl at deep down. Deep down, I'm a fat girl. Get down, I'm a fat bitch. Like, I like to eat. When I didn't have a lap band, I really liked to eat, but the foods that I like are totally unhealthy. Like, I like donuts. I like pie, like, I was never one to sit up here and, like, eat, a steak. I don't like steak. I don't eat seafood at all. So that's another thing that other people have more variety, because I don't eat seafood at all. I don't shrimp. I don't fuck with fish, crab, nothing. I don't like the taste of seafood. I don't like the taste. I don't like raw food. Like, I don't like sushi. I don't know. No. My son loves it. No. I don't eat anything to come out the damn sea. So I'm good on that. I don't care if it's fried. You can batter it. I may eat a fillet of fish at McDonald's is the closest I get to liking some seafood. Some fish sticks, bitch. Fish sticks. But other than that, yeah, I don't eat seafood, so that limits. I like chicken and turkey. I like meat. I'm a meat eater. I like bacon. I never met a piece of bacon I didn't like. Shit. Like, I like meat. I like meat. I love animals, but damn it, I like meat. But when it comes to vegetables and stuff, I like lettuce, I like onions, I like carrots. I don't like potatoes. I used to love potatoes, but because I'm on low carb, I just tasted myself out of it. I don't like beans. A bitch don't like beans. I don't like beans. I don't like spicy food. So I'm kind of a picky eater, really. If I sit here and talk about it, I don't like spicy food. I don't like seafood. I don't like any kind of beans. Um, what else do I don't like? I don't like a lot of things. I don't, like I said, I don't like cucumbers. I don't like pickles. My palate is just like, real dull food. I can eat the same. I'm the type of person that can eat the same thing every day. Like I could literally eat eggs, bacon, and cheese every day. Like I get up in the morning, eggs, bacon, and cheese, eggs, bacon, and cheese. Repeat, egg, throw some ham on that bitch. But other than that, I'm not food picky. And I know that's horrible because you need diverse foods, but once I get to getting to eating something that I like, it's just kind of like I don't really think about, okay, well I need to mix this in and mix that in. I'm just, that's my personality anyway. I'm just a creature. So my nutritional needs are like, do I like it? Okay, well I'm just gonna keep eating it. Is it healthy? Is it something I can eat? Okay, well I'm a creature of habit. I like routine. Like some people get bored of routine. To me, it depends on what it is. When it comes to working out, I don't like a routine. But when it comes to like the habits in my life, like work and my kids and stuff like that, I kind of like routine. Like I'm kind of a boring basic bitch. Like I really am. I really am a boring basic bitch. When it comes to, I watch the same shit like every day. I'm a creature of habit. I'm a Cancer. I know a lot of people don't believe in astrology. I don't believe kind of in it either, but I'm a Cancer. Speaking of beliefs, I am gonna do a video about religion. I'm probably on Saturday. I'll probably do a Jehovah's Witness video. For those of you like, what? I used to be a Jehovah's Witness, so I'm an ex-JW. I'm an apostate. Whatever. Everyone call me. I haven't done a video about religion. There is a video that came out where his pastor had grabbed the lady supposedly by the back of her. He said her shirt, but it's a Pastor Whitehead or whatever. I think I might do a video on that, which not just a video on what I saw about him manhandling this woman in the church. It's not funny, but it is. But also about women's role in the church, and other topics as well. Just the vulnerableness of the church, and then the backbone of the church really is women. Any kind of church. When I say, I don't just mean like Pastor Whitehead and his congregation and Baptists or whatever they is, Pentecostal, I don't know what they are, or whatever. But even with the Jehovah's Witnesses, in certain areas, the women are the backbone of the congregation. And so, there's another YouTuber named Larry Reed who talks about the churches and goes in on churches and what they're doing. He was saying that women and LGBTQA kids are not safe in the church, that they're very vulnerable, that people are preying upon them. And I totally, totally agree. And this happens with Jehovah's Witnesses as well. And I don't feel like being a witness is at times a safe space for women, and especially not a safe space for gay kids at all. So we're gonna talk about that. I'm gonna get around. I'm gonna get my script together and get my emotions together about the whole religious thing, and just go in because I haven't gone in. I haven't gone in on religion in a minute. So I'm gonna let the kiki fly. I'm like, unleash the gates, release the house, and I'm just gonna let it go, let it rip. It's gonna hurt some people's feelings, I know, but religion is something I feel very strongly about, and I think that's why I don't do videos, because I have to really like write what I say, because I'll just go off on a tangent. So I think I'm gonna do that. But what else? What else, y'all? I don't know. That's it. I just want to come on here and just give y'all an early morning pep talk, and y'all have a good morning and be great today. Today is Wednesday and it's hump day, and it sucks because I have to go in the office twice a week, and this is one of the days I have to go in, and I did not feel like getting up this morning. I am exhausted. I didn't stay out too late. Me and my sister-in-law, like I said, we saw Woman King. I didn't stay out too late. I promise. Like your girl was up. Your girl was up this morning, wide awake, like, y'all bitches. I'm up. But so I didn't stay. I mean, I got home. It was like 9:45. So that's a early, especially for a weeknight. You can't be staying out too late. I ain't 22 no more. Bitch, I'm old. I'm an old bitch. So I keep telling everybody I'm an old bitch. So I'm an old heifer. I can't be staying out doing all that stuff with you 30-year-olds and 40-year-olds and 20-year-olds be doing, because I'm an old bitch. This dude is literally like in the middle of the damn road turning like I know the sun be in your eyes, but damn. Damn. Uh, what else was I gonna say? I think that's about. I am now pulling in to work. You guys have kept me company while I'm going to work, and like I said, I hope you have a good day. I know some of y'all are out there struggling. Some of y'all are out there just don't probably maybe watching, hopefully watching this video and get some insight into me, give y'all a little bit of insight into who I am while y'all on this channel. So I just want everybody to feel welcome, feel like they family. Share your experiences. Tell me, have you had your DNA done? Do you work out? Or maybe you used to work out. Or maybe have you had an injury, back injury, knee injury? I know we look, motherfuckers be getting old. We old. We some old, some of us some old bitches. I'm an old bitch. I keep telling everybody all day I'm an old bitch. But so have you had surgery? Have you had you have any fitness goals? I still want to lose another 30, 40, 50 pounds. Look at me. This is what your girl looks like when she go to work. I got this shirt on right here that I made. This is what I do sometimes. I used to have a clothing shop, but I have to retool it because I do design clothes, by the way. But I have to retool my clothing shop because it wasn't. I think my prices was too low, and then I have to I have to do my research. But when I'm not making no money, if it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. It don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Hey, hey, hey. Oh, y'all, I'm silly. But hopefully this day you will have a good day. We will all have a good day today. And not bad for an old bitch, huh? Right, right. To get my hair out here a little bit, I had to pull it back when I drive because I don't like it all like in my face. Oh, I had to go home and flat iron my hair. I didn't even bother this morning. Like, I just rolled out of bed and was like, I'll rake a brush through this shit. I'll throw it on my head, rake a brush through it, and call it a day. But not bad for old bitch, right? Right. A lot of people were like, they didn't realize how old I am. I'm like, people think all the time, especially the braces, y'all see. I've had braces for 18 months. No, not 18 months, a year. So, and hopefully I'll get them out in another 8 months because I'm tired. I'm sick of it. I'm just sick of my damn braces. I'm just sick of them. I'm looking at my phone right now. Anyway, I'm sick of my damn braces. I'm sick of how. And so my braces, I look real young. Like, people think I'm like in my 20s or 30s, and I'm just like, no. People are like, oh, especially when I have makeup on, then people really think I'm young. They like, oh, how old are you? Like people think I'm 30. I'm like, no, I'm not 30. 40. I'm like, you're warmer. I mean, I wish I was 40, but I kind of look the same. It's like I tell everybody when I hit about 38. Like, I kind of stopped aging. When I had my last daughter, it's like I'm afraid that like one day it's just gonna hit me all of a suddenly. But like, I stopped aging when I hit about 38. Like, it's like, I don't know, like my body just hit a pause. And I wouldn't say my body, but my face kind of like hit a pause. Like, we're not aging anymore. So yeah, I have some friends that are 40, and they're like, then they forget. They're like, yeah, I dated this dude, and he was like 50, and I'm like, Well, he real old. Yep, real old. Oh, sorry, Keisha. We keep forgetting. Yeah, okay. All right. Really. But yeah, let me try to get it together before I go up in here, like looking all crazy. Girl, child, be looking crazy. But anyway, y'all have a good day. Y'all have a good day. Ooh, put your hands up, and y'all watch my videos. Like I said, like, share, subscribe, put a thumbs up. That's the least you can do. Put a thumbs up. Help her out. Help your girl. Help me. Help you. Help the algorithm out at least a little bit. You know, your girl did the video this morning. Like I said, I'm gonna come back and do the review of Woman King. Um, I thought that was a goat on top of my building. But it was a security camera. I was like, is that a goat? I just like out of the corner of my eye. Anyway, girl, I'm tripping. But yeah, I'm gonna try to watch Andor maybe late tonight. I'm gonna get this in somehow. Andor. I'm gonna do the Woman King review. It'll probably be about 10 minutes. I promise not to blab on too long. And then I'm gonna watch Andor live, and I got to see how long these episodes, because supposedly there's 3 episodes that were dropped, and I don't know if I'm gonna watch all 3. Or I might. I don't know. We'll see how long they are, whether I watch them live or just watch them and then go back and do a review. But anyway, y'all have a wonderful day. Peace, love, and soul. And comment below and tell me what you doing today.